People sometimes ask me, how long does that wild carb craving last when you go low carb? When you go low carb, your brain basically turns into a toddler. Mine kept screaming, "Where is my rice? Where is my bread?" For me, it was about 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. But after that, silence. Poof. Craving gone. Let's be clear though. I went carb free, not food free. I wasn't starving, just skipping the bread basket. In fact, I was still eating like a king, just without the carbs. Should everyone go carb free? No, let's not start a movement here. I was overweight, so my body had some savings to burn. Losing weight was easy in the beginning. Once I dropped about 25 pounds, things got real. That's when my body said, "Okay, buddy, now you got to work for it." That's when I had to bring in the exercise and watch calories. In total, I lost 50 pounds. And let me tell you this, the last half was way harder than the first. Now, here is the classic question. If you start eating rice again, will you gain the weight back? What do you think? Of course, that's just, well, not quite physics 101, but definitely duh 101. If you eat more energy than you burn, your body stores it. Where does it go? Straight to the personal storage section, also known as body fat. So yes, if I start binging on rice, bread, corn, sugar, weight's coming back. No surprise there. But here is the best part. Once I shed the weight, I didn't even crave carbs anymore. My body felt stronger, my mind felt sharper, and honestly, the whole fear of not being able to eat carbs became pointless because my appetite for them just disappeared. Weight loss is funny like that. It's easy and hard at the same time. The real secret, you have to make it a habit. Actually, scratch that. You have to make it an addiction, but the good kind of addiction. I still remember I was inspired by the statement, "Whatever you eat doesn't matter, just don't eat carbs." That's it. Super simple, and it worked for me well in losing the first 25 pounds. So that advice works when I am extremely overweight. I should repeat it. Low carb does not mean eat nothing. You still need to eat real good food. Healthy eating is a lifestyle, and hey, I'm not a nutritionist, so don't take this as a medical advice. This is just what worked for me. And yes, sometimes I enjoy a guilty pleasure carb moment. Then I bring the weight down the next week. No shame in that. Here is what really helps. I focus on protein and fiber. Calories matter too. When I am in weight loss mode, I try to stick between 1500 to 1800 a day. That gives me enough energy, but still keeps the fat melting off. I am pretty disciplined during weekdays, but on weekends, I celebrate a little by having a few extra bites. The weight might go up a little during the weekend, but the following 5 days of focus gets it back down again. Now about exercise. Let's be real, I'm not training for a marathon. I do 5 or 6 minutes in the morning, maybe again in the evening. Something is always better than nothing. In my case, exercise alone never did the trick. I have to cut calories and carbs too. Now let us talk about what I am cooking here. It is fat-free and cholesterol-free egg, only 25 calories per tablespoon. 8 tablespoons will result in 200 calories, a whole omelette. Is it as good as regular egg? It's lighter, smoother, and it tastes a bit bland. I spice it up with green chili, onion, salt, you name it. With a side of cucumber or a bit of chicken, it's a quick, healthy treat. These ready to go products really make life easier, especially when you want to whip up a meal fast. Healthy, tasty, and saves time. That's what I call a win win. If you are on your own health journey, whether it's weight loss, strength building, or just eating a little better, remember it doesn't have to be extreme, just consistent. Find what works for you, build small habits, and don't be too hard on yourself when life throws in a cheat meal or two. Food is meant to be enjoyed, not feared. And hey, if I can lose 50 pounds without giving up flavor, so can you. Stay strong, stay spicy, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully with another full plate of dinner. Thank you for listening.